it's Lady Leo. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So if you checked out that super quick intro video that I did when I revamped my channel, you'll know that I'm going to be making mainly nail content going forward, and one of the things that I'm super excited to do is a monthly collection nail swatch. I don't know why it took me so much to get that out, but every single month I'm going to be swatching an entire collection of a brand that I have, and we're going to be starting it off with KB Shimmer. Now I have 42 bottles of polish from KB Shimmer. Yes, I know. I've been collecting for a couple of years now, and I first came across KB Shimmer with Simply Nailogical. It was like one of her comparison videos where she was comparing, I think it was like hollow top coats, and I saw the bottle from KB Shimmer. I really liked it and I thought I would check it out. So KB Shimmer usually retails for about $10 to $11 a bottle. I say they're mostly about 10, but I've seen a couple for 11 as well too. So I'm gonna go straight into that voiceover. No need to talk about it. Let's just see the swatches. Roll the voiceover, please. Go. YOLO is voiceover here. So the first polish that we're going to be starting off with is going to be Prince Charming. This is described as being like a white curly polish with scattered glitters of different sizes. I see some pink, purple, blue, large hex glitters, and then smaller glitters in the same sort of colors. Now this polish is definitely a little bit on the thin side, so you're definitely going to have to build it up for 2 or 3 coats, or even 4 for like full opacity. All the swatches I'm going to be doing today are just going to be 2 coats. Alright, moving on to our next one, which is Bittersweet Symphony. This one gives me beautiful fall vibes. It's sort of like a cream off taupe kind of base curly polish with small red and orange glitters, and there seems to be like a subtle holographic shimmer. The website says it's just like a red shimmer, but it kind of looks holographic in different lighting, so I don't know. I'm always leaning towards the hollow, but I do love this one as well. This one is definitely on the thinner side as well, so just this 2 coats here, but if you really want to build it up for opacity, you're probably going to need 3 or even 4 coats, but you can always wear like a similar sort of base and just put this on as like a topper, if you will, too. Moving on to the next. Oh my god, there's so much hollow, and it's glitter too, and it's pink. So this is Rose Glow, which is from Polish Pickup, so this is not part of their normal website, sorry about that. But this is like a pink glitter hollow polish, and I do think it's sort of like in a very light pink base as opposed to being a clear base. So this one I think you can do both. Like I've worn it by itself in like 3 coats, but you can also do it as like a topper as well, and I tend to think this leans itself more towards a topper, but either one is fine. But either way you wear it, it's just gorgeous. Let's activate the hollow now, shall we? So pretty, so pretty, so much hollow. Okay, moving on to the next one. This one also gives me fall vibes. Got a lot of fall polishes going on so far. So this is also like a white curly polish with different hex glitters in like gold, orange, and purples. And this is a really great just polish with definitely fall vibes, which is the vibe. I think there's some also like little flakes in this polish as well, like little rectangular flakes as well. So this one is again pretty on the thin side, the same formula as before. So if you really want to build it up, you're gonna have to do a couple different coats for full opacity, or you can wear it as a topper. I think this one is a lot of fun. You can wear it year round, doesn't just have to be for fall, but it does give me those really great fall vibes. Moving on to the next one. All right, moving on to the next one, we have Glazed and Confused. First of all, what a fantastic name for this one. This one's sort of like an off-white creme base with those beautiful shifting flakies. And as you could see in that bottle shot, they kind of shift between like golds and blues, and I think I saw some green in there too. You're not gonna see that sort of green-blue shift from this angle. You're only gonna really see the powerful gold shift, but the shifty flakies in this one are definitely the star of this polish. They are so beautiful and so gorgeous. I love this polish a lot. This is probably one of the ones I would definitely wear by itself, just building it up. I think 3 coats would probably be needed for this one for full opacity. Alrighty, we are moving on to the next one. What do we have coming up? And the next one is A Star Is Formed. I feel like when most people think of hollow, this is what they think of traditional hollow is. And this, to be fair, it really is. It's sort of like it's like a silver hollow. This is a top coat, so it's a very, I would say it's like a light linear hollow, if you will, because it's not a full linear hollow, but it's not a linear hollow. It's not like scattered or flaky or anything like that. So it's just like moderately dispersed. But this one is something I would definitely obviously wear as a top coat. I always like to combine different types of effect polishes as well, but if you really wanted to, you could also probably just rock this by itself or over. Don't mind me and my camera not zooming in on what I wanted to. Zoom in properly. Thank you. But if you really wanted to, I'd say you could probably have some fun with this. Wear it like on your natural nails or just wear it over like a very nude sort of polish, and that would be a lot of fun too. Okay, activating the hollow. Can you see me? Am I here? There it is. Oh, yes. Beautiful, darling. All right, moving on to the next one. So we've got Love at Frost Sight, which is a magnetic polish. I've recently become really obsessed with magnetic polishes. So this one is very simple. It's just like a silver magnetic polish. So this one is very simple. It's just like a nice silver magnetic polish. And I think with this type of polish, because it's so simple, I would probably wear it over like a black base. So I'll show you what that looks like in a second, but just on its own, we'll just do a couple of coats and we'll activate the magnetics so you can see. It's a little bit difficult to see. I'm sorry about that. I should have done it over like a black polish fully so you could see. But it's coming, I promise, I promise. So that's one coat. Let's do another coat and see what that will look like. You can see if we can get it to show up a little bit more. I always wonder, like, when people do magnetic polishes, how they're able to get such funky, intricate designs. I'm pretty basic. Like, I just pick one direction and I'm like, okay, you know, diagonal, straight on, horizontal, that's it. I'm not trying to do no fancy design, but I always wonder how people get like those fun designs. All right, let's see what it looks like over some black. I think that's really where this one shines, is definitely over black. I think the silver really has a chance to be a little bit more dramatic, if that makes sense, or just a little bit more exaggerated. All right, so that's Love at Frost Sight. Oops, wait, sorry, let's do a second coat and see what that look like. So pretty. Activate the hollow, I mean the magnet. Activated, 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 activated. Wonder powers unite. All right, moving on to the next one. So next up, we've got One Night Sand. This one is like a beautiful copper, rose gold, metallic flake polish. It's a lot to say. But this one, since there's a pop of hollow in there, I honestly don't see any hollow in this when I wear it or just like looking at it dead on. Not saying it's not there. It could be like a really subtle, scattered hollow, but I don't see no hollow. This one just looks like a metallic sort of polish to me. But I love this sort of color. I think it would look great against my skin, but it's just a really beautiful color. It's like a mix of copper and rose gold, and that's like two of my favorite colors. My favorite color is pink, so like this is like a brownie tinty pink sort of thing. I don't know, I'm getting off topic. Anyway, sorry about that. My camera is annoying sometimes. Moving on to the next one, we have Celebrate Good Shine. I feel like this is like the sister polish to rose gold. It's pretty much the same polish. It's like, but it's more of like a champagne-y taupe brown sort of color with lots of packed glitters and lots of hollow in there as well. Both of them are gorgeous. I love both of these polishes. And the only difference is really just the base, which I said is like that champagne-y sort of brown color. This one I would probably wear more as a topper. And moving on to the next one, that's nude to me. This one is so simple. It's just like a nice kind of soft pink, but you can see that beautiful hollow running throughout it. And it looks like it's very much a linear hollow that runs throughout it. And I love linear hollows. I don't know about anybody else, but that's probably my favorite version of hollow when it's not in a topper format. It's like linear hollow. So this one is my favorite color. Pink is my favorite color. And it's just a nice, soft, subtle color. So it's very nude with that linear hollow. All right, moving on to the next one. Why did I say that so weird? All right, so next up we've got Stay Toasty, my friends. Shifts from almost like a hot pink to like an orange color, but I also see some hues of yellow and maybe even green in there. But because this is a multi-chrome and it's very directional, you're pretty much just going to see the strong shift to that hot pink fuchsia, but you can also see the beautiful hollow that's built in, which looks more like sort of like a scattered hollow that's built into it. And I love this one a lot. I'm a sucker for any good multi-chrome. And moving on to the next one. How low can you flamingo? As I've said multiple times, I love pink. So this one is just a really great hot pink cream. And I just think the creams are so underrated when it comes to KB Shimmer. I mean, that's just one coat and it's pretty fully opaque. Obviously, I like to do 2 coats just in general, but you got full opacity on 1 coat. That's pretty amazing. And it's a gorgeous color as well. Don't mind me and my messy swatching. Okay, on to the next one. We got Pinko Swim. So this one is also a pink. I'd definitely say it's like a softer pink. I don't know, I'm not very descriptive. It's a different shade of pink. But it's that same creme formula. It's just in a different shade and it's a really fantastic formula and it's a great color. Just want to point out that the colors may be off. Apologize, I'm using some really bright lights, so they'll probably be different in real life. So sorry about that. All right, we're moving on to the next one. So next we have Take Back Control. We're staying in the creme family for right now. So this one is kind of like a soft mauvey pink purple sort of color, though I do feel like it leans more towards the purple side. And again, in that same really fantastic creme formula. I promise we're gonna get out of cremes eventually, but these are just in color coordinated order based on like how I like to do my colors and how they are on my shelf. So yeah, I love this color a lot. I love the formula for KB Shimmer, and also shout out to their amazing wide brushes. All right, next one we have. All right, so the next polish that we have is Hugs and Wishes, still staying in that cream formula. And this one is kind of like a soft periwinkle purple, if that makes sense. Like I see some blue in this one, but it's definitely like a light shade of purple. And it's in that beautiful formula that they have. I just really love this. I love purples. Like pink is my favorite color, like in real life, but purple is probably like my favorite color on my nails. I just really love the way purples look on my nails. So that's great formula, and you can see that here in 2 coats, but it's pretty opaque in that 1 coat, so you could wear this just by itself if you really wanted to. But I'm a 2 coat girl. I like to do coats. 2 coats. All right, moving on to the next one. Oh, this is one of my favorites, and it's Eyes on the Pies. This one is kind of like a dark purple jelly base with these beautiful shifty flakies. They shift from like pink to orange. I think there's even like some red in that shift as well. And I love this one. It looks so amazing. It's such a stunner. Like there's just, once you see it on the nails, you're just like, ah. And there's so much more flakies in this one than like glazed and confused. They're so packed in there, and there's such a unique flake. It's going to be hard to see the full shift from this angle, but once you put on that second coat, this polish really gets a chance to shine. Second coat time, there we go. And you can just see like how many flakies are like really packed into this particular color. They're so pretty, and the base is just so great. It's just an all-around stunner. It's one of my favorite colors from KB Shimmer as a whole. And we're moving on to the next one. So we're going back to that formula, that creme formula, and this one is like a deeper purple. I'm kind of wearing this one on my nails, if you can see. So this one's a deep purple creme, and again, that's just 1 coat, fully opaque. But we're gonna put on a second coat because that's how I like to do it, to wear 2 coats. Coat number 2. And you can see this polish really dries to be a lot darker. It's a lot lighter when you first put it on and then it dries down to be darker. So just keep that in mind as well. Alrighty, next one. So we have Best Wishes. As I told you, purple is my favorite on my nails, so I'm just going to be gushing about all of these. This one is like a deep purple packed with like glitter and hollows. It's gorgeous. Or I could say maybe it's like a medium purple. I'm also wearing this one on my nails, if you can see. But this one is just gorgeous. It is like packed to the brim with hollow and glitter, and it's just, oh my gosh, I love it so much. It's so pretty. All right, let's put on the second coat. Once you put on that second coat, it's so great. This is definitely something I would wear by itself, which you can tell because I'm wearing this one. So it's so thick and so packed that it's just great for like wearing on its own. All right, let's activate that hollow. On to the next one, on to the next one, do. All right, we got Coulda Had a Bad Witch. Love these names. So this one is like a similar base to the last one, Best Witches, but the difference here is that you have those multi-shifting flakies that go from like orange and gold, and I think there's even some blue and green shift to the flakes at maybe a more extreme angle. This one you're really just gonna see like the one shift at like the gold at this angle. You put on a second coat in there and it really shines with that second coat. It's so pretty and so gorgeous. The flakies are just so packed in there too as well. So I really love this one. On to the next one. Ooh, so we got some trend sweater. So this one is another shifter. It's like a purple that shifts with like pink undertones. You can also see some green and orange red shift at like an extreme angle. So this one is just gorgeous. And I do see that there's some subtle hollow running throughout there. Two things I love, multi-chrome and hollow together. But because this one is a multi-chrome and I'm shooting it from directly above, you're really just going to see that strong shift color of its primary shift, if you will, which is like a hot pink purple, depending on what you see. I see both hot pink and purple, which is why I call it that. Alrighty, that's trend sweater, and up to the next one. Oh, so we got Missed Me. I love this one. This one is like it's like a soft blue. It's like a light blue with like a subtle pink shift, linear hollow. Oh, I just love this one. This one's like perfect. I love linear hollows and I just love light blues as well. This one's like packed with hollow. And I just like it's almost kind of like a pastel shift, if you will, like a pastel multichrome, which I recently got into pastel multichromes. Usually I just like to use dark colors, but I like this one a lot. And that one is Missed Me. Next up we have Little Boy Hugh, and this one is just like a really nice, soft, almost like a purple blue, if you will, like a purple gray blue. I feel like there's some undertones of like all of those colors in this one. Sorry for my camera not zooming in. Zoom in properly. Zoom in properly. Oh, stop focusing on my hand. Okay, there we go. But this one is just a nice, really soft blue color. I think this would be really great for nail art. I'll have to test it out and see what it would look like if I did some nail art with this one. So that's our second coat. I'm sorry that my camera's not shifting and apologize for my messy swatching. All right. Next we got Hidden Potential, and oh my God, this one is like every shift you want in a bottle. It's like purple, blue, black, green, red, like all colors of the rainbow. They're like, we want everything. I'm like, okay, I'll take everything. And I also see there's like a nice, subtle, light linear hollow, if you will, running throughout that as well. I don't think any swatch that I do for this one is gonna fully show it justice because it's just such a gorgeous polish from so many different angles. But take this one. What I see in this shift position is definitely like some deeper purples on the sides and maybe like a hot pink purple in the center, if you will. So yeah, love Hidden Potential. She's a real gem. Moving on to the next one. Next up, we have Pool Shark. Now, this one is actually a tri-thermal. Sorry, it's my bad. I didn't actually represent any of the shifting for the different thermal effects. I'm sorry. I forgot about the fact that this was a tri-thermal until I was doing my outline. But this one is a tri-thermal that starts off as like a navy blue, then it can go all the way to like a lighter blue. And this also has a nice subtle hollow shimmer running throughout it. I don't buy a lot of thermal polishes just because I feel like I won't ever see like the cold color enough to justify wearing them unless I wear them like truly in like the winter time or something. And I don't live in a state where it gets that cold. But I like the base color that this is, which is like I'd say it's like a light navy, and I love the way the hollow looks in this one. It's so pretty. Okay, moving on to the next one. We got Spell Check. So this one is like a deep dark blue and like a jelly base with some more of those shifting flakies. They kind of go between various shades of pink, purple, and I think I see some green shift in those as well. So because this one is a jelly base, you can definitely build it up, but it will never be fully opaque, as far as I understand jelly bases. So for this one, I think this would be a great topper. Like I could just pick something that's like a deep blue or any color really and just wear this on top of it. But you can always build it up if you want it to look deeper, but it's a jelly base, so it's not going to be ever like fully opaque. On to the next one. We got Flake Expectations. So this is one of many of the top coats that I have from KB Shimmer. I love all of them. It's a flaky top coat with those shifty flakies from green to blue. And I think this goes perfect over black, which I'll show you at the end for this one. But I just wanted to show you over clear as well, so you could really see those flakies. They're all different sizes. There's some small ones and some big ones. All right, now let's show you over black so you can really see those flaky shine. Oh yes, so pretty. I would definitely wear this one over darker colors. They just tend to show up a lot better over darker colors. On to the next one. We got Party Like a Guac Star, yo. So this one's also a flaky top coat. It's pretty similar to Flake Expectations, although I would say that the shift is more prominent to green. And then also you can see some greens in there. And I think you can even see some pinks when you go to enough of a shift angle. Yeah, you can. I think I saw some pinks while I was painting this one. I'll also show you what this one looks like over black as well, but I think this one has more flakes in it, whereas the other one, Flake Expectations, was more dispersed. So this one is something you can definitely probably wear over maybe like other types of polishes. You can also like layer the effects as well for fun. And let's see what that looks like over some black. You can really see that gold shift. You can even see some of the pink as well when you do it over black. All right, what a gorgeous one. On to the next one. Oh, to the greens for me. So we've got this medium forest green sort of linear hollow. And this almost looks like almost like a teal polish in the lighting, but it is a little bit more green based in real life. So keep that in mind. Sorry about that. Just my lighting is going to affect how some of these look. So this one's a little bit on the greener side and not quite so teal, but I love a good linear hollow any day of the week, and this one is a true beauty. Let's activate a little bit of the hollow before we move on to the next one. Oh yes, it's so pretty. I love just shining a light on the hollow so you can just see it in all its full glory, but that's really hard to capture in film, not gonna lie. All right, moving on to the next one. So next up we have Don't Fear the Reefer. This one is pretty much the same sort of formula as the last one for sure. This one is just a different shade and it's more of like a light blue color, but it's also still a linear hollow as well. I feel like I should definitely try doing a gradient with these. I don't know, I've never done a gradient with linear hollows before. They don't usually turn out the way that I want, but I'm willing to try. Some of that hollow activated in there before we move on to the next one. All right, we got Mermaid in the shade, and oh wow, this is like the cousin to Hidden Potential that we did a few ones ago. I feel like there's a little bit less intense shifts in this one, but it's a similar sort of shift color base. And this one almost looks the same as Hidden Potential, just in this direct position. But I do think Hidden Potential looks a little different for the different angles, but it's hard to tell from this angle. But I love Mermaid in the shade. I've always wanted to be a mermaid. But this one does definitely give me like cousin vibes to Hidden Potential. Gosh, my swatching is so messy. I'm so sorry about that. On to the next one. So next up we have Honeydew List, and this one is sort of like it's like a light green cream, if you will. It does really remind me of honeydew, so they did a great job with that one. And this is that same really fantastic creme formula, and I feel like these are usually fully opaque in just one coat, and so I'll just show you by doing it as slow as possible. Don't mind me and my messy swatching. Don't know if I've given a shout out for these awesome brushes that KB Shimmer has, but their brushes are awesome, nice full wide brushes. Alright, on to the next one with the band. Sorry, this is another pickup polish one, so it's not part of their normal collection, but it is a stunner. This one's kind of like a deep blue jelly base with lots of shifty flakies in there that go from golds to orange, and I think I see even a little bit of pink and a little bit of a more difficult swatch. Oh my god, my station's so messy. Why did I switch that? I don't know, I'm sorry. Ignore the mess and just focus on the polish. So I love this one. I like the base a lot, and then I think the shifties in this one just really help accentuate that so well, and they're just really nicely dispersed in this one, and this polish really shines when you put on that second coat. And I don't know why, but for some reason I feel like you can see several different colors like all in once just from this onward angle, which I really love. On to the next one, How It Growin'. This one is gorgeous. It's like a deep emerald green jelly base with lots of shifty flakies in there, from green to gold to orange, and even some yellow shifts I see too. Oh, this one I feel like is almost fully opaque in that first coat. You can also see some beautiful hollow running down throughout there as well, which just sets this polish for me right over the edge. But once you put on that second coat, it's just so fully opaque. It's perfect. I love this one so much. Green has got to be my next favorite color right next to purple. Let's activate some of that hollow before we move on. And I'm gonna need a minute. Oh, it's I'm gonna need a moment. I got it wrong. But I love this. It's such a unique polish. It's like a soft, I don't know, sagey green. Is that the right word? Yeah, maybe like a sagey green crelly polish with those beautiful shifty flakes. I see some orange, green, gold, red. I think I even see some yellow for sure in those shifty flakes. I just think this is a really beautiful base color, and the flakes on top of it just send this polish into the stratosphere for me. I'm just doing 2 coats here, but you can always do more or less, whatever is your preference. All right, next up we have Off Topic. Another one of those flaky top coats. This one just has like all the rainbows. Now, I don't really think any of these are shifty. I think they're just various different flakies in that specific color. Sorry, I can't talk. But I think this one would look really wild over black, so I'll show you what it looks like over black at the end. But you can see all of the different colors of the rainbow in those 2 coats that I did. And let me show you it over some black as well. As is usually the case with most flaky polishes, they do tend to look best over a black base so that all those colors can really shine through. All right, moving on to the next one, we got Cats and Pajamas. This is another polish pickup one, so it is not part of KB Shimmer's normal line, sorry about that. And this one's kind of like a gray, purple, crelly base with some more shifting flakies that shift between red and orange. Oh, I love this one so much. I like all the different ones they do for polish pickup. I just can't always afford to be buying them. You know, money only goes so many places. You can't buy everything. But I think this one is just so unique because of that base color, and the flakes really just help it shine so much. I love this one. Next up we have Absinthe Minded. I feel like this is one of the few multichromes that I have that is very color specific, where this one has like a deep green multichrome and like the shift is just to a different shade of green. So this one's really a strong green multichrome sort of color, and I love this one a lot. Like I said, next to purple, green is probably my favorite color on my nails. I feel like it's such an underrated color and it is so, so, so gorgeous. Alrighty, we're moving on to the next one. On to the next one, on to the next one. Doom, 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 doom. Now we're gonna get into some of those reds. So this one is Slay Cozy. Like I said, my lighting's gonna affect this one. It looks a little bit more orange, but this is definitely like a red polish. It's kind of like a red orange, if you will, linear hollow. It gives me fall vibes. It just makes me think of like apple picking in the middle of September or something. I don't know. I never went apple picking. We usually went strawberry picking, but it just reminds me heavily of apples, and I'm not opposed to that. I love a good apple. But I love a good linear hollow, especially red. I've grown more to love reds. I've grown to love reds more. Let's activate that hollow. Just want to see that fully in there before we move on. Oh my God, so beautiful. You can never have too much hollow in your life, okay? Don't believe what people tell you. There's no such thing as too much hollow. All right, on to the next one. So next up we have another magnetic polish. So this one is a magnetic multicurl. So we do have some shifts in there from like gold and yellow, orange and red. So this one I think would be nice if you built it up, but it is on the thinner side. So it will probably look really good over black as well. So hopefully I can show you both. Let's see what it looks like by itself. We'll get to that first coat. Any day now. Come on, Diamond. Get to that first coat, please. Oh, I should have edited this down wrong. All right, so when you first put on that first coat, you have that really deep red. This is a shifter, but like I said, it's from one direction, so you're just gonna see the one shift. But as soon as you throw on that magnet, pulls all that sort of black undertone, so you can really just see the red, which I think is a really cool effect, which is why I think this can look really cool on its own, but I think it looks better over black, just to really make that accentuated. So let's do a second coat for this effect. Coat number 2, I'm a messy swatcher, ooh. Coat number 2, I'm a messy swatcher, ooh. Let's do some magnets again. Magnetize, magnetize, magnetize. Ooh, that was fast. This is in real time too. I haven't edited this at all. All right, let's see what that looks like over a black base. Oh, my auto zoom on my camera. Stop focusing on my hand. Yeah, I think this one looks a lot better over black, and I actually did swatch this one, so if you check out my IG, you may be able to find this one. I just did it recently, depending on when I actually put it out. So next we have Chick Me Out. Now I know this looks pretty bright yellow. Again, my lights are affecting it, but it's very much a warm sort of gold undertone yellow. So it will be a little bit more of a deeper yellow in real life as opposed to this brighter yellow that you're seeing. I feel like more than anything, the yellows in my collection are definitely affected by my lights. All the yellows look a lot brighter than they actually are, so I apologize for that. And also with yellows, I do tend to think that 3 coats is usually 3 to 4, to be fair, depending on the shade of yellow in the brand. So this is just 2 coats, but definitely I would probably end up doing 4 for this yellow, just because I just like to do like a lot of coats for yellows. Don't know why. On to the next one. Next one we have Sunkissed. And this one is kind of like a mustard yellow with like a very soft, subtle pink shift in it. I think it's a pretty unique shade, which is a lot better in person. I'm sorry, you can see the shift to pink a lot more, whereas this one looks more so just like that soft mustardy yellow kind of color. But you can see the pink a lot when I apply it. So yeah, I think this is probably one of the best ones in terms of like being able to see both shift colors as I'm applying this one. I like this one a lot. It's so pretty, it's gorgeous. I tend to like multi-chromes that are dark, but I also like these sort of pastel ones as well. They're just a lot of fun too. On to the next one, we got Soul Amazing. This is another flaky topper, and it flakes from like gold and green. I think there's even some red in there, maybe. Maybe a little bit of red. I don't know, maybe not. But this one is in a clear base. I love this one a lot because I'm just like a gold fanatic. I just love the way gold looks in general. But these hollow flakies, not hollow, but these flakies are definitely packed in there. So I think you could do like 1 or 2 coats, so you could always build it up for more. It's going in for a second coat there. But these are all a little bit on the smaller side for the flakies too. And on to our last polish. So we've got Take It or Leaf It, and this is a flaky top coat with shifty flakies to orange, red, green, yellow, and gold. I love this one. This is like the whole rainbow of flakes, and I love it so much. You can even see that whole rainbow in my bottle shots. And when I'm doing it from this angle, you'll see the strong shift to red, maybe even a little green when I hold it up. I think this one will look really beautiful over black as well, so I'll show you what that looks like too after this second coat. So let's see what she looks like over black. Oh, so pretty. When you do it over black, it's so satisfying. Alrighty, I am all done. All right, welcome back to me live in person. So how did we like those swatches from KB Shimmer? Amazing, right? I just love KB Shimmer. It's a really affordable brand. I guess affordable is pretty subjective, but I feel like once you get out of the drugstore, most mainstream / indie brands are anywhere from $10 to $20 a bottle, with most of them being like in the $10 to $15 a bottle range typically. So yeah, this one's at the lower end of that spectrum, so pretty affordable, I'd say. Like I say, I have 42 bottles and counting, and this is going to be a series that I do every single month. It's going to be totally random, so it's not going to be like specific to like a specific brand or like in alphabetical order. It's just whatever I decide to do for the next month. I know it seems like it takes me a long time to put out like one of these every month, but I have a full-time job, okay? This is something I do as a hobby, which I love, but I have a full-time job, and doing all of the filming and the editing for a collection takes a lot of work. A lot of the brands that I do own, I do have like 30 to 80 in some cases, so yeah, there were probably going to be some ones that I split into parts too, but it's something fun that I'm going to be doing, so definitely check out for those. I also plan on doing some final nail videos as well, so that's what I'm calling the series, where I plan on doing my final nails after my weekly swatches, and I think I'll just review like a movie or a TV show or something like that. I don't know. I have an idea, and we'll see how it pans out when I do it next week, when I hope to do it next week. I don't know. I have a lot of hopes to put them out next week. Some other nail related content that I hope to be doing as well as we go forward. Keep in mind, I'm revamping my channel from scratch, so it's going to be slow going because I do have a full-time job, but I'll put it out as frequently and as often as I can. And if you really follow me on IG, I post all the nail swatches that I do on a weekly basis, as well as doing IGs and real videos too. If you want, you can follow me on all my social medias, which I'll link down below, though I will say I am most active on IG. I do have a Snapchat and a Tweety account, but I wouldn't follow me there because I don't like Tweety. So if you like this content, please like this video. Also subscribe to my channel for tons of nail related content. I have a lot of nail polish, so I can do a lot of things with nail polish, except water marbling. I don't want to do that unless I have to. Please don't make me have to. You guys liked that video. It took me such a long time to film it, edit it, voiceover. Ooh, I was not prepared. I was like, let me just pick this collection first. It'll be fine. And then I realized how much work it was. So yeah, it is gonna take me a month to do each collection, probably sometimes longer for some of the collections where I have a lot more polishes. This one happened to be a pretty large collection out the gate since I have 52 polishes from KB Shimmer. But yeah, so I do hope to have that out on a monthly basis for you guys. If you're interested, you can follow me on all my social media accounts, although I will say I'm the most active on Instagram, and I do have a Facebook page specifically for my YouTube channel as well. So if you want to follow me there, I'll become more active there as I post more content. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!